son of a bitch.
Yo, what up, comic fam? Hey, I meant to ask you, Kev. Do you hear a fan in the background? Cause I got my AC going.
No.
I always ask that because, like, when I have a fan in the window, they say they don't hear it, but if I got the fan going here, they can hear it. Maybe it's because my mic's all the way over here. But hey, cool, whatever. But
Yeah, you're
dude,
good.
glad to have you, my brother. Glad to be on live with you, man.
I'm glad to be here.
It's been too long, man. All this shit going on, I've been just completely out of it. Man, I can't wait for you to read Venom 25 though, man. I like on Key Collector they were talking about it's like that big panel, which I know you saw the panel.
Yeah. Actually, did you see that wide panel that was posted? Oh yeah, you did. And I actually sent you that message. Remember I sent you that message?
Yeah.
About my buddy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I saw that panel.
Yeah, so it's something about that is like all black king or something they said. And then they said that first mention of the all black king was in this issue of History of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
They like mentioned that on Key Collector.
Now what
or the King in Black. The King in Black, is that what I said?
Right, and what that is, that's the second of two characters that's being spoken of are new characters by Donny Cates. He alluded to this, I guess, almost a week ago, and then dropped it a few days ago. That it is true that he is bringing in two characters, Virus, and then what you just made mention of. You get to go ahead and see, on that big old splash thing. They're I guess that would be their big debut. Yeah. Hey, you got crazy.
What's going on, John? What's up, Fable? What's up, Two Gun? What's up, Perry? What's up, Comic Crazy? John, if you're free, bro, let me know. I'll send you the link. Same with you, Perry.
So yeah, I mean it's big news if you're a huge Venom fan, and I have the belief. I end up receiving a message today. So as far as the Marvel variants are concerned, they're going to drop those.
Good.
And what I mean by that is the Marvel, like a Marvel variant 26 for Venom. I believe it's Scores. Might be a cover C. They dropped that. So that whole Marvel Dead theme that they're going to do on all those, they're dropping that theme on a good portion of their covers.
Right.
I believe that Marvel, in conjunction with them dropping a couple of titles, are going to end up dropping a couple of variants that were supposed to follow suit with the whole theme that was supposed to have Marvel Dead, that was supposed to be prior into leading up to the incoming / all this Scroll and what's we call it Wars. You know what I'm talking
about. Empire, yeah. Hey Perry, I just sent the link to your email. Yeah, Empire. I'm totally like, don't give a shit about any of that.
Yeah, it's already. I've been already talking to a bunch of store owners, and they're already feeling the lack of enthusiasm for this series that I've actually expressed. A good 2 months ago, we were saying that no one's going to jump on this. One, no one has the money, and two, these big extravaganzas are bleeding people, and by them doing it, they had to drop titles because they're too thin themselves. So they're doing a minor restructuring right now, and that's why the month of 7 July, you don't see the preview type solicits for it. You end up seeing it in the following month.
Right. Two Gun. I actually got, what was that? I ordered the two Greg Horn variants that are like the first cover of Virus, the Virgin and the Trade.
Damn.
And shit, those on Key Collector are like, the Virgin is like 50, going for 50. I ain't even paid nothing like that. You can still get it online, so I don't know how. I saw somebody selling it on eBay for like 40, and I'm like, damn, they tripping. Hold on, let me let my dog out.
You know what? There's been a lot that the reason why is I made mention of this the other month is store owners. You know, and that was the whole idea behind that State of the Union that I did the other week. Is store owners were very tentative on and over ordering, so they under ordered a lot of things. And what that meant was anything that was being sought after in the case of, let's say, the Yellow Hulk or Clone Wars, it was very difficult to go ahead and get any incentives because the store owners didn't want to go ahead and take the shot. One, they were already out 3 months of fucking rent, and the fact that Diamond wasn't going to kick back their any other money, they were hurting. So they had no ability to go ahead and doing any increase already, and they didn't want to go ahead and take a gamble on anything new per se that they are already reliable for as far as money. So it was things like that. You know, they turn into big dollars on the flip side when you hit eBay. So your Clone Wars are turning over. Your Yellow Hulk is turning over. What you just said, these are all flipping for money.
Yeah. I see that one that you got. I mean, it costs like $65 for that Funko, but it's going for 75. But yeah, so I got the Virgin and the trade dress, which is first virus cover appearance. So I'm like, yo, I best get it now before I'm like late on it and hunting down that scan variant for issue 5. It's like, get it now before it goes up to 60. I mean, I don't know how big virus will be. I doubt it'll be as big as Null, but
yeah, I doubt it. But my mentality has changed in the sense that in the past, I've not sought after certain, how should I say, known money makers I had on the site. Fuck that. I'm buying it now, you know. So
tell me this, I feel even dumber because I knew that the scan number 5 was going for like 60 and Frankie's had it, but it was like they said it was like very fine, not like near mint. So I was like, oh, like the picture they showed had some dings and stuff. And then to find out, like it came like near mint. I could have ordered like 2, 3, 4 copies and even done it or a payment plan because Frankie's lets you do a payment plan. Right. So I was like, oh my God, bro. I felt so fucking like I was so mad because it sold out like 2 or 3 days later, like quick because they're selling like $15 a piece compared to 60. You know, it goes for 60 all day long. Dude, I could have copped like 5 of those, man, and just, you know, paid the 15 off for a couple months, and I'd have made my money back like that by selling one. You know what I'm saying? Just selling one on eBay for 60. Even though I'm not really like that, but still, it's like, come on.
And that's the thing. I had moral issues, and I'm starting to actually push a little bit of those.
What up, aggressively? What up, Southern?
Hair off to the side to go ahead and pick up a couple of books I wouldn't normally pick up. Remember the you know, I had an opportunity to go ahead and get one of those retail relief Peach Momoko medals, you know, from Frank, and I never did. Did you see what one of the sales went for on eBay?
For which one?
For Frank Gogo's No Heroin #1.
Oh, Peach Momoko yeah. I want that one too. I'm bummed. I could barely get the 1 in 5, man. How sad is that? Like my shot, like because
that's what I'm saying. Well, no, that one that he offered as a retail thing, and there was only 50 of for $50.
Oh yeah. The red background.
It sold for 600.
I wouldn't doubt it. But then he had more. Like, so the thing is, there's more than 25. You know, there's about like 50 out there, I'd say.
He did lots of 25. He did one lot of 25, then another lot of 25. So the back covers and everything are they're noted on what lot is what. You know what I mean? That's even what makes it more incentive.
Either way, 50, 75, that's still a small ass print run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a book that's like 100 copies, you know, and the book probably ain't worth really shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just weird how it is. Perry, you fucking look at him. He's like, no invite. I sent him the link and his fucking bum ass probably bounced. What up, God Tank, my dog? You already know comics are back. So we back at it. Yeah, man, dude. Oh, so I want to show like oh shit. Well, Mike's not even here, but my man, I'm gonna show it off too again whenever Mike comes in. But I was showing Kevin, my man Mike Rogers sent me this flaming hot Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. It might be the shittiest Friday movie ever made, but this is the hottest cover ever, and it glows in the dark. Whew. And I was showing Kevin too. Oh shit. And I was showing Kevin because I wasn't able to get the Kickstarter spawn. Dude, I didn't think I was gonna get this either. I just bought it. I purchased it on eBay, and like it's more like you don't purchase it, you just you buy it, but you don't spend the money until they get it back in stock. Randomly, they just got it back in stock for maybe half a second, and because they're still not in stock. So I just got lucky. Maybe they found a box with like 100 in it or something, and I got lucky and got one. And I'm so glad because it's a McFarlane toy too. So I just wish it had the damn gun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird to see him kind of with the sword. I felt like, I guess because it's more the Mortal Kombat one, so they give him the sword for the game. I would like to have a gun in there. You know what I'm saying? Like throw 2 guns in there, and I could switch off from 2 guns and a sword. I still love the sword though, but yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, Dylan, if I can take a quick moment. Unstoppable. Dude, I ended up sending out your package the other day. Sorry I didn't leave you a message. And it should be there probably by next week. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Of course. Oh, and also too, did you see I never 2 guns, so I got those 2 covers for Venom 25. I got the main, and then you see there was like a Diamond Summit retailer exclusive, 3,000 copies made, but it was the main cover, but it was a sketch cover. I also got that from
Oh really?
Yeah, Dwayne from Comics Club. Oh shit,
sweet.
The guy, he runs the shop down in Florida. He actually was showing it off, and I'm like, holy shit. At first he said it was a FOC, and then he's like, no, it's a Diamond Summit. And I thought it might be really hot because only 3,000 copies made, but I don't know how hot it really is going to be. But still, I don't have like any sketch covers, so it's just, I'm a huge Stegman guy, so. And it's like,
it's so weird what the market dictates, but if you dig it, just grab it.
Exactly. Well, the cool thing about it is that it's black and white, and they made the lettering like blood red, so it really pops. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks badass. Let me see if I can pull it.
Things like that. Those are the ones you get fucking signed. You know what I mean? Because they mean a lot to you, and 2, like you said, the letters are red, and you have them sign it in red and shit. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what else did you get?
So I have not read it yet, but I got Dead Day. I know we were talking about that. I didn't get any DC books, sadly, because my shop didn't get any, which I was bummed about. So I really wanted to finish Basketful of Heads. And Robbie was saying how good this issue of Lolo Woods was. That like everything gets, because it's oh my god, it's not the finale, but the issue before the finale. I can't think of what the hell the word.
Yeah, there is a word for that, and I can't remember what it is.
It's like, you know what I'm saying, like before. I keep thinking prelude, but that is fucking not it. But I got anyone in the chat help me with that word.
Yeah, and I know what you're talking about.
What's up, Unstoppable? What's up, Nemesis? Sam Fett, my brother. Hey, man, you are never late. Nothing to be sorry about, my brother. Thanks for being here, as always. What's up, Superior? Yeah, man, the MK11 merch. Let me see. Oh, I just jumped. Supreme, what's up, Julie?
Yo.
Hope you're feeling better. Dead Day was weird. Yeah, I read like the first page. I had like a migraine earlier, so I only read Alienated issue 3.
Dude, do me a favor. Grab that Dead Day and do yourself a favor. And if the community hasn't, look, just read the first page. The reason why, seriously, of Dead Day.
Yeah.
The reason why is it's a poem, and it sets up the whole fucking story so killer.
Will They Live homage?
Midnight Sky? I don't know that.
It's a scout book, but it didn't. It's not like it just came out. It was, I'm into the horror shit like big time. So it is one I want to read because I think it's kind of like an alien type story. but it is They Live homage. I'm a huge John Carpenter guy, so I got it for like $5 online. And my boy ASM 129 sent your boy one of these.
Nice.
So I was super fucking happy to get that. But yeah, let me see. Pull up
a lot of people are having a hard time getting that and that Yellow Hulk, man. They're
yeah, I saw that. What can death be sleep when life is but a dream, and scenes of bliss pass as a phantom by, the transient pleasures as a vision seem, and yet we think the greatest pains to die. How strange it is that man on earth should roam, and lead a life of woe but not forsake his rugged path, nor dare he view alone his future doom, which is but to awake on death. By John Keats.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's a way to say, what's the truer
reading it as well.
Well, it's a way of saying, what is the truer, worst fate, to die or to die and come back a real death in life, meaning, there's a lot of pain in death, and that's what that whole book is about the pain of death, man. How we all deal with it and how difficult it is, on a Zen level.
That's going to be a trippy one for me then.
Yeah. It's all about, what is it? Life.
What up, down right?
Suffering is optional. So it's that kind of philosophical thing, touch on life and death. It's a trip.
I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, it's great. I think I read or I was watching Robbie talking about it. I think someone did a review on it. And what they were saying, maybe it was a philosopher. I can't remember. One of those guys, and they're digging it.
So I'm doing The Thing. I'm doing a review on The Thing this Friday with Robbie on Pop Culture Philosophers. And it's funny, I'm in my shop and they don't got my DC books, and it's a super small week. And they got like packets, like series, like old series. He must have bought a lot from somebody because he usually doesn't do that because he's a smaller shop. So it was weird. I'm looking at some. I'm like, man, I was like, is this The Thing? I know because like The Thing from Another World is like the old black and white one. That's what that one's called. But I look in and it's got the McCready character, the Kurt Russell character, and I was like, dude, get it. I get I got issues 1 to 4. And then another series. There's 3 series in here. This is 1 to 2, which is like, these are like cardstock covers. And all these covers are really cool, man. So, like $9 for what? 2, 3, 4, 6, $10. $10 for 9. So a buck a piece I probably paid.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm a huge thing. Like I said, I keep saying I'm fucking big on my horror shit right now, and The Thing, it was just like, man, that's so cool. With reviewing it this week, I was like, man, what a coincidence.
Yeah, you and me both. I'm definitely a big horror fan. And I just, especially when it's told right, not for the sake of just the shock or the blood or the gore or whatever, but when something's told right and it gets you hooked in there, it's and again, for me, Dollhouse did it. Basketball Heads did it. There's a couple other ones out there that did it.
Right.
What you're gonna notice is when you read that Ryan Parrott story, man, you're gonna end up noticing that it's cool because when he takes a story, he will formulate the whole story. So in Death to the Army of Darkness, he formulates it around having campy fun. When he writes or Rangers, and the turtle thing, it's still slapsticky, but you know what I mean? So he has these formulas that he sticks to through and keeps that whole theme throughout. And in this, it's a very, it's very, I don't know, part of it is morbid, but you just get this whole feeling of sorrow throughout it. And it's like, wow, there's a lot of baggage in this story.
Right. Yeah, he's a great writer, no doubt.
He's being busy.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's also, doing Power Rangers TMNT.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I really am digging because I wasn't a fan of what he's doing on Hellblazer. I like the one shot that he did before his series that kind of led into the Hellblazer series, but I really was digging Alienated, and I wouldn't even have been able to read that. But my buddy Mike and Robbie both sent me over issues 1 and 2, and because I wasn't really digging issue 1 when I first read it, but I read it because I read it digital. But I found that reading stuff digital just isn't for me. Like sometimes it can ruin a book for me. And then when I read it a second time on physical, I'll be like, man, this is way better. Sometimes I just kind of I don't process the story as well when I'm reading it digital because I'm trying to read it quick because it's I don't know, it hurts my eyes, man. It really does.
Well, I was blessed last night with reading a story.
My dog Mike always looking out.
I was blessed with a story given to Kai and I last night by an individual, but I can't say necessarily a story or anything because I'm not really loud, but I can say this is what I'll say. One, story was fucking awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Two, a buddy of yours actually worked on the lettering.
Yeah.
3, the story takes place in 1925, and holy shit, it's a very unique story.
What was the story? What was the story you said this is?
I didn't, on purpose.
I knew you didn't. I was like, what the fuck story are we talking about here?
So, but it'll be coming out. It's listed to be coming out real soon. But what I'm really getting at is
not Sorrows.
No. But what I'm getting at is to back up what you're saying is we were both Kai and I were trying to read it on my phone. It was given to us on a PDF, the first issue, and I was gonna buy it anyways. And now I more look forward to buying it because the pain that it was to read it on my phone. There was letters cut off, the part of the bubble was cut off. You know what I mean? You have to squint, or you can open things up and shrink it. It was too much of a fucking game. You know what I mean? Where I could no longer appreciate the book, the smell, everything associated with reading books normally. You know what I mean? The touch, the tangibility of it. It isn't there. And I was really getting irritated with that.
Yeah, I hear that.
Ish. But I look forward to the story. Hopefully in about a week, things will drop. And maybe next week I'll have this gentleman on another, Artist Alley or something. But my point being is just really, I can't do the digital. The digital is really killing me, and I was given a $25 gift certificate for my birthday, and I've still yet to use it for Comixology. Really? Yeah.
Nice.
I can't. I don't know. I love these books, dude. I mean, matter of fact, were you able to get see the cover, B?
No.
This was the last one in my shop.
House?
I went for a basket.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't see it.
I went to 3 different shops just to pick up my pulls because of how thin things were. And people are actually starting to come out of their houses. So between shops not ordering enough and people actually coming out a little bit, it was difficult to get what I wanted. But and I did manage to find, like I said, I got me my black cover. I got to get these black. I like the black and white ones. I'm looking forward to that Joker 80th special. Have you seen that where there's like a brim on the outside and it's all white cover? It's going to come out. I think it's next week it comes out.
Really? Yeah, that Army of Darkness is good though. Cockblocker.
Yeah, it's a fun.
I think I saw the one with Jon Snow though, Julie. I don't know if I've seen both. Maybe when I was younger, but yeah, I'll definitely have to check it.
Yeah, I do believe that. I agree. It's sexy. It is a sexy Basket Full of Heads cover. I got weird thing. Kind of excited to get all the B covers because we thought they would be all cardstock all the way through. That's how it was initially advertised. And it didn't happen that way, and they ran out of the B covers on issue 2. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just get it down the road. So
Yeah.
I got the B cover from 1 all the way through 7, other than issue 2. It's a cover A. And you know me, I'm a completionist, so now I got
I
to go
only got the B cover for issue 1. I wish I would have got like the first few, man. I'm bummed because there were some really badass variants.
I don't remember how many there were. Were there more than 2?
3 or something. I really wish I would have got.
Hmm.
Because only the first few were cardstock. Then like issue 4 wasn't cardstock, and I was like, what the hell? Why would it not be cardstock? It was
Yeah,
weird.
I don't know. I don't know why they stopped it. And I think they stopped it only after the first issue.
It makes it pop more too.
I agree.
Really? I didn't think so. But, well, I wouldn't know those because I never had them. So you'd know that more than me. But yeah, that issue 1 is clean as fuck.
You see what Unstoppable put
What?
on the bottom? He's like, wash that symbiote off that cover.
Oh no, I didn't see it. Oh yeah, Sam.
Yeah, I did. I keep it clean that way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what I'm looking forward to is I'm now looking forward to not only 26, even though I have yet to read 25, but I have a true belief, and that 27 should be really interesting. I think it's all going to develop into 27, and if Cates is true to how he normally writes,
yeah,
how he does that 1 on, 1 off, 1 on, 1 off, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 21, 23, 25, 27,
yeah.
we shall see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it turns out by 27.
I think well now phase 1 is supposedly done. This is phase, 25 issues and phase 1 is done. I mean, I think he said, well, in the contract, I think he says like he's got a 3-year plan. I think he really has like a 5-year plan for Venom. At least, I think. I forget what he said. But dude, I would love to see him like be like Jason Aaron on Thor, just write Venom for like fucking 5-7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like he's so fucking dope, bro. But I know he also in an interview he was saying like that he had always had in the back of his head, even when he got brought on to do Thanos or something. I think they always told him that he was gonna take Jason Aaron's place for Thor when he was done. So he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, so like literally like the last 3 years of me becoming best friends with Jason Aaron, and like I've been able to cultivate this badass story. So this is a story that hasn't been in the making for like 6 months or a year. He's been thinking about this, not even probably 3 years. This is something that he's been thinking about his whole damn life, because I think Thor is his favorite character. I'm pretty sure Thor is his favorite character. If not, it's like Thor.
Very passionate about Thor. That's a passion of his. I don't know if it's a quote unquote favorite, but man, when he talks about it, he talks about it with so much passion. I think Venom is like a platform for him to be creative and conjure up new. I think Thor was something that he wanted to take and make something that he remembered as a kid enjoying, in the sense of how big it was, how rad it was of a story. You know what I mean? That's the impression I've gotten from the how should I say, some of the shows that he's done and some of the interviews that I've seen. You know what I mean? And I dig that, because he, anybody that has a passion still for what they do, they're going to give you what they, they're going to write from that. And that's, what we're always hoping for as readers, is that we're still receiving the passion in what they're doing. It's not normally associated with people, long-going writers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know, man. I want to become a writer, bro. I thought of a bomb-ass idea. Because, like, he never was even going to be a writer. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of like almost like a really inspiring story he has. Like, he just always loved comic books. Like, he went to school, not, like, to learn how to make comics, to be an artist at first. Then, his teacher said, like, oh, dude, you could really do something good with writing. Yo, what's up, Gary? And, yeah, I think That would just be cool. Like, I want to go do those classes just to kind of learn how comics are made, honestly. You know, maybe one day get a job with any of that type of shit.
Yeah,
But
if it's something that you like, enjoy, and you even have the remote passion for it, sure.
yeah, there's
You
probably
know,
some type of industry down in Ohio that makes comics. Who knows?
well, not only that, but I mean, just north of you is one of the largest publishers. I mean, that all that publishing and distribution and all that comes out of that area. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to remember. One of the big ones is just out of Milwaukee. There's a major publisher near the Harley plant. My wife's from Wisconsin. That's how I know. And then out of Illinois, there's a bunch. And yeah, Ohio, all that area. So I would imagine. But yeah, you know what? I mean, the cool thing is we finally getting a few of these books in, and I know a few landed last week, but we're getting so many more in comparison to what we've gotten in the past month that I'm actually playing catch up. You know, I've been kind of spreading it out, so I didn't hit it all and knock it all out of the park all in one sitting,
Yeah, me
which has
too.
been nice because I've been appreciating it.
I haven't even read Hellions or any of the X-Men stuff from like a couple months ago. I'm honestly kind of falling off it.
You know,
Kind of, I'm kind of falling off a lot of like any Marvel things, unless it's Donny Cates. Like, I don't know. Like I was telling you, I was like, man, all this shit just kind of really opened up my eyes, and I'm really down for the indies right now. Like, and that's it. And a lot of them are horror indies, you know.
right?
So
Yeah, no, I totally get it. You know, I think now that a lot of these people are doing distribution themselves, is in the sense of the smaller, Source Point and so forth, and then you got this mix of a distribution as far as with Midtown per se. There's this weird umbrella name that's doing this other shit. You know, it's over here on the West Coast, and it's weird right now. So this is an opportunity, I think, for the indies to take in. And you know, if Marvel or DC doesn't really want my money, that's cool. You know, I don't mind actually giving it to the indie people more. You know, if they want to keep making things digital, that's fine.
yeah.
You know, I've been like you said, I've been actually steering more towards the indie type stuff, anyways,
Yep.
and enjoying it more.
Better, man. It's just better. Like, I'll fuck with Cates on any title he writes, but man, like, I really just am sick of some of these like fucking superhero stories. Like, it's more like fucking I'm sick of the companies too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, and then it's just I'm sick of some of these stories always being the same. But yeah, I think I'm more mad about some of the companies like dropping titles that are almost done, and just some of these stories like taking so long to come out. And then sometimes they get like a 5-issue story, or a story that could be done in 5 issues gets turned into 12 issues and
Right.
fucking prolonged. There's just so many bullshit things that happen with the big two that we all know about. You know, if it's not one thing, it's another. You know, like, and it's like I'm just so sick of it, man. And I'm sick of buying these $4 or $5 books, and then literally the next day they're worth $1. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that. And it's like, yo, like I'm in it for the story, no doubt, but it gets old spending all this money and then knowing like, man, like this money ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you forget the story a week later most of the time because we read so much, and then sometimes you're just like, man, like I'm kind of wasting money. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I wanted to make half my money back, I can't. You know, like, it's just there's like I have probably a couple boxes of superhero books that ain't nobody want. You know what I mean? Like, unless they just really want to read them,
Right.
it can get like kind of annoying. That's how I can see why some people get in the spec and stuff, because it's just like, why? It's like, at least you're getting some investment with your money. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, I'm still all down for the stories, but it's nice when you can buy a book and love that book and then find out like, hey, this book is actually worth like $20 or something. You know, it's like, even though you're never going to sell it, you know, like it's still just like, well, you know, if I ever did on a rainy day, I know I got a $20 book in my hand.
Right.
And instead of $1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I just want a book to be valued enough to where they keep printing them so I can finish the story.
Yeah.
I'm
Man.
a victim of that. You know, I was reading Star. I was reading
I know.
Spider. I mean, I was reading all these things that they dropped.
Yep.
I'm the one reading them.
Hawkeye and Ant-Man, I'm so pissed.
Ant-Man, yeah.
Ant-Man and Hawkeye are so good. I love those.
And I'm bummed, and I'm not gonna reward Marvel money by giving them money to buy a trade for something that I'm stuck with on 3 issues that no one's really going to desire because I buy a complete run. Now I can't, and now they want me to buy a trade, and I won't. And now I'm screwed because I won't get the story the way they want to give it to me. And I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna give them the money and reward them to go, oh hey, thanks. That's not how I vote.
No doubt.
Well, again, if I've always patroned it. You know, when I decided that I wanted to buy something, or in the case of, when Kai and I decide, then I definitely have to buy double covers because he'll decide what he wants to buy, and then I'm buying what I want to buy. So
yeah,
that gets really bad when he's like, I want both covers of this, and then and it gets pretty stupid. My point being is that's going to go away if they don't want to have a printed option. One, I'm not going to buy it, and two, they no longer are getting these multiple sales because I've yet to sell a book. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do down the road. But I mean, already as it stands, more of my money is being allocated to indies. I appreciate the artists, the writers more. I'm always plugging them on the show. And I would rather know where the money's going than speculate where the money's going, and then, like I said, be rewarded by not actually be getting my books, even though I'm willing to pay for them.
Yeah.
Which is, again, that's fucked.
Right. When you spend as much as we do, man, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, how much did you spend this week?
Well, I didn't get my DC book, so I only spent like $30.
Still, you know what I mean? That could be.
I got a couple. Well, yeah, like $30 because I got a couple boxes because I've been like in dire need of putting some of these books away that have been like sitting behind me, like stacks of books like everywhere, bro. Like, but yeah.
I mean, also need money that DC or Marvel could lose is my point. You know what I mean?
I need to get rid of like a box of books at least, man. Like I'm running out of room. I really need to get rid of some books too.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna do our first auction this weekend.
Oh yeah, bro.
Not on my channel. Not on my channel. But yeah, I mean, I showed you. So you got the info, and yeah, I mean, like you said, to a point that finally have to get rid of a few books, and I got to make room. I've always said it. None of us have too many books. We just run out of room. Kind of same thing with the pops too. You just kind of run out of room to put them.
Oh yeah, I know. I gotta get rid of some of those too.
That or just start knocking out a wall.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll be hearing. Then we'll have my brothers joining in with us.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, right. Until you actually meet them, and then they're screaming in the background.
Audio entertainment, perfect.
Yeah, they're a trip, man. They are funny.
So did you see you get to read Mercy or no?
Nah, my buddy said he's gonna send it to me.
Oh, okay.
I never got issue 1. That's why I was like, I didn't even understand why my shop had issue 2, because he didn't even order issue 1. Otherwise, I would have bought it. So I couldn't get it. And then my buddy's like, well, I'll just send you all 5 issues or whatever.
That's awesome. So he's just gonna send you the whole run. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, super awesome. It's my fucking dude. My boy Sam. He's the fucking best, man.
Yeah, I'm liking what Mirka's doing. She's doing great work on this. She's showing her how should I say, her diversity. You know what I mean? She's an elastic person, and what I mean by that is between her writing and her artwork. Because I've seen her do like I swear it was watercolors she was working on one day. You know, just to show that she can do it, or some painting. She was doing something. It was a trip to watch because I've never seen her do so many different styles of late. Just to, I guess, change it up. So between her writing and her art and everything, it's fucking killer. I dig Mirka.
Yeah, she does have some really good artwork, no doubt.
That was another one that Kai was adamant about. That was something that he picked.
Yeah.
I was just kind of looking at it, and I always give him, you know, the various books and various sources to check out. You know, and I end up, matter of fact, I ended up getting the previews this time, and he already went through it, and I haven't even got to go through it yet.
Really? Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know if it was going to be old or not.
The first time they got Marvel back into the book, even though there's issues with all that shit, but yeah. So it's a rather complete book this time.
Is it actually like current?
Kind of.
Like what's gonna
like I said, I don't have to go through it. I flipped through it and just to look. Kai actually got to go through it and already say, hey, I want this and this. And like I said, I've yet to go through my books. I've yet to actually go through the previews. That Kai, he gets to go through all the shit before I do. Might grow up to work in the comic industry. I don't know. You know, he's so right now he's skateboarding. He's a little bit bummed that he didn't get to do his lifeguard thing. So I mean, you know, we're definitely going to be doing some surfing coming up pretty soon.
Lifeguard.
Yeah. Kai, over the summers, he does a junior lifeguard thing.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know, so you know, we try to keep him active, and he, like my daughter, like me, like my son, you know, like Kai, you know, none of us know what we want to do. We're so out there.
Yeah. Oh, I never know what I want to do. Yeah, sadly, that's always been my problem. I've never known what I want to do. Like growing up, I wanted to play basketball in the NBA, and then that dream goes away quick. After that, though, I never really knew. So that was like all I wanted to do. And then, but now I'd like to work in the comic industry or something, or work at a comic book shop. You know, they had some last Ronin pages in the previews. Fuck, I'd love to see those.
Oh, actually, I think they might have. Yeah, you know, and you know, all that stuff is.
I just added it to the poll. I'm so hyped for that.
Well, I was telling you about that. Remember, and they're actually.
I didn't even read Jenica 2 yet, either.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well,
no,
you know,
I'm like, it's okay.
Well, and that's just depending on who you are. I like it, but depending on who you are, I can see how people won't. It's
not bad. It was pretty good, but it's not as good as TMNT.
Well, and that's the thing. It's a kind of a surface tale of you don't really get much depth. You're not really getting attached to the character, and you know what I mean. I think,
which I wish they would have done better because
I agree.
You know.
But I think this last Ronin, being that they're getting the team back together, the old team back together, they're revisiting a tale that they had years ago anyways, and there's not going to be a whole lot of modification other than to bring it up to date. It should have a relatively older feel of the TMNT type of writing and art. I would guess in accordance to what he was describing, meaning Kevin Eastman.
I wonder if the Last Ronin's gonna like, if it's gonna like TMNT is gonna end, and it's gonna go into the Last Ronin, or I doubt it's probably gonna be its own like Elseworlds tale.
And I'm an idiot with these things. The Last Ronin is basically this. It's a tale as a all the other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have died. Only one has survived. And we're in a time and in a place to where it seems like he's taking his last revenge and he doesn't give a fuck.
Which we don't know who that turtle is either.
Right.
He has all whoever it is. I feel like Raphael.
Have you got to see
Raphael?
You got to read any of the previews on because I've actually got to read like 3 pages so far, and you see this journey through this like wasteland, and it's going like towards a city, and it has to get to a city that's on an island, and it's trudging through this fucking nasty gicky shit. It's pretty gnarly, but you still don't get a feel of who it is. You're just getting this narrative that's going through the story as you're reading it.
Yeah.
It looks great. I mean, it looks really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the time in which the things can get a little bit laxed, and even if we can't visit with some of these artists and creators, that they can start coming out a little bit more and visit some of the shops and go, look, I'll come in and sign like 30 or 50 books, or I'll sit in another room and they can like stand at a monitor right here and see me over there. I don't know. It would be nice to almost virtually see these people, but knowing that they're in the same vicinity.
You see, issue 1 is going to be $8.99. Holy fucking shit!
They're all extended. They're thick. They're all thick buys. They're not. It's gonna hurt.
That's what she said.
All the way around.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. I'm buying it. I wonder if it's only like 3 issues though.
Right, Unstoppable's correct.
Oh, they give you like 3 I see they do give you like the first 3 pages, but you still, or 4. That's 4 pages. They still don't tell it. Or I wonder, did they put that in the back of Jenica or TMNT? It's another thing, man. I've been ordering the Eastman variant. I didn't even get the fucking Eastman variant for TMNT. She gave me this one, or he gave me this one. Is it in the back of this, or is it in the previews?
I don't remember where I saw it. I just remember reading it.
You probably read it in Jenica too, maybe. Who knows?
I thought I saw it on something on online.
Maybe that's where I'm seeing it.
Because I was, I get all kinds of different alerts from all different kinds of people, and sometimes I'm blessed by certain individuals that are able to give me a few things a few days in advance.
Yeah.
So I remember it was quite some time that I received this.
Right.
And yeah, I'm chomping on the bit. I'm all the way. I'm definitely in. I end up receiving a bunch of notifications stating that, and I'm dreading the fucking, because I got my order in for win number 1, that Peach Momoko.
Yeah, you lucky fuck.
But I'm worried that I'm going to get a notification for not getting it, because they've done that to me before. They scratched my order last minute and said, due to popular demand, it has come to our calculations essentially that we had over. And it's like bullshit. All you're saying is that you're taking them and you're selling to the higher bidder, fuckers. Because those wins number 1 are already going through the roof. Peach Momoko.
Yeah. Everything. Dude, Star Wars issue 1 with Yoda on the cover. I think the next one she's doing is like maybe Anakin or something. She's doing the Clone Wars covers. It was a Frankie's Comics exclusive and shit. There's like 1,000 of them sold out like that. Yeah. I wanted that Yoda, man. And you had to be like in the Facebook group just to get the password, just to be able to buy it. So I was so bummed because I would have bought that. And people are buying like 2 copies. I'm like, you sons of bitches, man.
Well, and I told you that, Frankie's and and Golden Apple, they work hand in hand. So they had them too. I received the same notification from I don't get my notifications normally from Frankie's. I get them from Golden Apple. So I had all that sitting in front of me, and I'm sitting there looking at it going, no, I can't keep doing this shit. I mean, it would be different if I'm flipping it, but I'm not.
Did you pay like a few? How much? You ain't pay that much, I bet either. Like $10.
$20. I saw him go for $20 at Golden Apple, and then I think they bumped it up to 25, and then I think they bumped it up to 40, and then I think they sold out. I mean, and when they were bumping them up, it was happening in increments as demand. You know what I mean? In supply. So as they're getting low, man, this increment was going up. Yeah, it's getting crazy. And again, it'll probably massage itself out a little bit down the road because of the shops not having big orders. You know what I mean? And I don't blame them. They weren't able to make any rent payments and shit. So the next few weeks is, depending on what's hot, is going to be hot.
It's funny
of orders.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was supposed to be a graphic novel. Because I've had that on my pull list for months. As soon as I heard about Wind, like I think they first announced it like when he was first doing the Batman stuff. I'm like, oh, dude, son killing the children, being so good. I was like, no, it's not even a thought. It was just on my pull, you know. Yeah, man. But then I heard it was gonna be a graphic novel. I'm like, what? And then because of all this stuff, I'm glad. I was like, now it's going to be single issues. I'm like, hell yeah, bro. What the fuck you talking about, graphic novel?
I'm definitely a fantasy person, and I haven't had enough fantasy back into, you know, I've been doing so much of the horror and everything else. It's nice to kind of jump into that fantasy world again. And so I'm looking forward
I know.
Something like that. You know, some kind of.
That's what I would say. That's where, like, I'd probably say horror and fantasy, like, because I know that I'd be trying to think, but I don't know how big of a, like, I like sci-fi, but I've always liked fantasy more. I feel like I'm trying to, like, when I try to think of sci-fi, like Alien is the first one that pops in my head, or maybe, like, I guess maybe Star Wars you could say is sci-fi, maybe.
Right.
I would think so,
yeah.
you know? But sure. You know, like, sci-fi is a weird one for me. Like, I know there's a lot of big sci-fi fans, like Star Trek and stuff. I never really was big on that. But, like, fantasy, you know, like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, man, like
Conan the Barbarian. That Middle Earthy feel on that. Yeah, exactly. I'm there with you. I like that.
White Ash, because I thought I was getting into horror. Because have you read issue 4? Because I was able to order issues 1 to 4 on Scout. So I ordered them and added to my pull. And as soon as I got to issue 2, I'm like, oh, I'm getting into this horror book. And then it's got that twist of the fantasy, and I'm like, oh shit. I was like, this is like Middle-earth shit. I was like, this is fucking dope. No, man, I'm rich, comic book fever. I never had nobody to play that shit with me. I barely had people to play like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. That's why I stopped doing Pokemon. I had nobody to play with when I was a kid. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! I had like one friend I could duel with growing up. And you know what I'm saying? It sucked because I'm the oldest of 7 in my family. So when I was growing up, I had nobody. You know, like my brothers and shit, they're all literally, it's like my brother Logan, Evan, and Ethan. They were all born back to back. So it's like they got each other through thick and thin. I've always been like the lone wolf. Even though I have 6 siblings, you know what I'm saying? I've always been the lone wolf. So I've always had to do everything.
In the crowd.
I've always done everything by myself. So, yeah, man, I wish, like, I want to get it. I don't have no idea how to play either, which sucks. But, you know, one day I'm going to have to try to learn and
my brother, he's a big
homies to play. I know. When I subscribe to him, I watched a couple videos because I want to, like, see how it's done because, you know, watching Stranger Things and shit, that shit looks fun, you know?
Well, he's actually made mention that he can do one online. If there are enough people interested, he can actually do a Dungeon Master online. And he's such an actor that fuck yeah, he doesn't just tell you what's going on. He acts out everything, and you really get a feel. You get pretty immersed in and what you're doing. That's how he only does it with kids at the shop, and that's his way of trying to attract a younger generation into the comics and into the games and all that. So unless you're acting and getting these kids involved, there's no way they're hanging on.
Yeah.
Which is cool though. Way cool. And I agree with that whole white ass to get back. No, I haven't read issue 4. It hasn't dropped. It's going to drop, I believe, in 2 weeks. It is on my pull list.
But I got it on Scout. I have it. A
physical. Yeah, you have to get a physical.
I had it early, I guess, because of the shit going on. They were letting you buy it early online because I bought it off their website.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got actually.
I'm gonna have to tell my dude to make sure he doesn't order White Ash issue 4 because I'm gonna be like, I don't need it.
Yeah, I'm such a fan of this White Ash shit and how he set it up and how big this world's gonna be. It sounds like to me, from what my understanding is, he is already working on not only necessarily the next arc, but already funding it and having all the money for it.
Yeah.
Getting everything all set up. So that's great news. And I think the goal is minimum to try to get 3 arcs out to be able to tell a coherent story. His goal is to try to create 10 arcs.
Like a little Lord of the Rings trilogy.
But I don't know if he'll be able to get the backing to do so. You know what I mean? So we'll see it. He definitely said he'll try to do 3. That's the goal. Oh man. Yeah, I was actually glad that my shops had what they had, because when I got there, I was shocked to see how many people were there and to find out that they had lost my pull list. So I was scrambling to get books. I said, I went to my 3 normal shops I go to, and everyone was sold out of certain things. So I was fortunate that I was able to pull together everything that I want as my normal list between the 3 shops.
Yeah.
Which was lucky. Because Basket Full of Heads and Alienated, that was the last copies they had of both.
Wow. Yeah, I was bummed. I guess Diamond fucked up, and they were blaming it on, because of the Midtown shit, they were blaming it on that they didn't get, they fucked up on some of the DC books.
That's so weird. I mean, you would think that they would want to come back, all strong and gung-ho. You heard what they spent on their boxes, didn't you? They developed a whole new box because they were getting complaints that their books were coming damaged.
So really? No, I didn't. My buddy at the shop didn't mention that, because me and him have actually gotten really cool. Like, I don't know. At first, I felt like he kind of didn't fuck with me, and then over the last few months, he's really been I don't know. Maybe he might have been in a grumpy mood for a few months, and I don't know. The last few months, he's been really cool with me, man. He even said, he's like, man, I'm so happy you came in. He's like, I was just thinking about you. It's been so long and stuff. He's like, I'm so glad you came in. This guy was weirding me out and shit. I don't know. He's just been really cool, man, lately. So it's been nice. You know what I'm saying? Nice to get cool with him, because it always was weird. I thought he kind of didn't like me or something.
Well, that's definitely the rapport that you want.
Exactly. Especially with all the money I spend. I think he knows though too. You know what I'm saying? It's keep this cash cow coming.
Exactly. I mean,
or small shop, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably one of the younger guys that comes in too.
It sounds like to me he's coming to a realization of how much money you have been spending, how often you are there, and what you do for him when you're helping him out and shit. You know what I mean? You probably have some time to think about that.
Yeah. I know. He's a cool guy though once he opens up. But yeah, he's just one of them guys that's been doing it for a long time, and you don't get rich off it,
If people that came back and were open up, they're more than likely they're going to be fine. So if you were able to open up, that's cool.
Yeah, because my boy Two Gun, man, sad to hear, man, because his shop, 2 of his shops closed. that he goes to. So he like went in to go get his new books, and they're like, we ain't got new books. We're closing. So like, really, like I was so bummed to hear that from him. Like, and luckily my guy like was totally like could have been totally fucked. He was like, luckily he's like, you know, I think he's a little smart. He lives by himself. He don't got a family or nothing, so it's kind of just him, you know. So he's like, you know, it's 2 months. He's like, that I'm good. He's like, but if it went any longer, I'd have been freaking out. He's like, 2 months, I could keep my composure, and you know, he was like, but obviously, you know, as soon as I opened, he's like, I wanted, because he was whole like that last week. He didn't sell those books, so he was sitting on that last week's worth of books too for 2 months too. So you know what I'm saying? Like that was a couple thousand easy that he's sitting on.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I even told him, I was like, yeah, man, I was surprised that you didn't want to like flip those and then be like, oh, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm closed now. Like have tell people like, yo, you guys got to come in now. So I'm closing tonight, and then we're done for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought you would have needed that money, but I think he was trying to be smart. He's like, I can hold out, and I don't want to risk getting sick. I don't want to risk getting. He has older parents, you know, so he's like, I can't risk getting them sick, which was smart, you know.
Yeah. No, that's totally smart.
I was really happy to hear that because he was like, yeah, I'm good. Because I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, if this shit like. I was like, for real, I was like, I'm pissed, like, period, about what's going on in the industry. I was like, but you fuck up my local comic book shop. I was like, especially with mine in my town, I only have one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got another one, but that's not like that guy. He just kind of does. He doesn't do polls. He has like he even told me he's like, I just do walk-ins. So it's like I've been screwed because I'm a poll type of guy. It's like some days I can't get in. You know, some days I can only come in. I come in late. Some days I come in early, and it's like, yo, like I'd be screwed. It's like first come first serve type of dude. You know, it's like, dude, I need to have my shit there and ready. You know, because some days I can come in early. Some days I might come in 10 minutes before you close. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were. When I went to one of the last shop I went to yesterday, he had told me that 3 shops that he knows personally had shut down. 3 shop owners. Now, how many shops they own, I don't know, but he knows of 3 shop owners that shut down during this.
Really?
Yeah, I was talking to someone about this before, that if you're able to, you know, to spend $3,000 to $4,000 a month on rent alone because you are on Melrose and you've been doing it all these years, you're probably doing something right. So if you're able to open back up, you know what I mean, then you know they're going to be okay. So it's weird right now how the industry is, and I only hope that the people that come back do really well, and I only hope that the individuals that have the ability now realize how important it is to, like what you're saying, have pulls. You know, line up with your LCS and put those lists in so they can have it, because they need the money now more than ever. And I know we all do. Like I told you, I ain't working for the next couple more months, but
I know Spider was like, shit. He's like, my shop still held his Joker 7 or Nightwing 70 first print. He was like, I couldn't believe. He's like, I see. He's like, they're not shady. I was like, lucky. I was like, I only got the second print. I want that first print, man. I love that pink. I still need to find my damn Hella Risen variant, bro. Like, fucking killing me. And I wish I would have got that 89 Matina too. Fucking dummy. I can't believe. I should have been buying cover A and B from the get.
Yeah, a buddy of mine offered it to me, and I'm like, no, that's all right. And he looked at me like I was nuts.
I wish you would have bought that, man. Send it to your boy. But yeah, bro, I totally get that Unstoppable. That's why, like, I bought that little set of the thing, because usually I just get my poll books. I was even debating on a trade, but man, it's really hard for me to buy. I mean, I don't know if the thing is with trades, he can't do the percentage off, I don't think, for me, because he doesn't get like good rates on trades. So he has to do cover price. And it's really hard, because I was going to buy there was like TMNT, Shredder, and Hell, I think, and I've been really dying to read that. Been dying to read Shredder in Hell. Those fucking covers are so fire. Like, no pun intended. You know what I mean? But dude, it'd be like $20 for that trade, and I can probably get it for 12 off Amazon. I mean, the thing is, like, if I didn't spend so much money, I would just give him the extra couple bucks to be like, yo, I'm gonna support my shop. But it's like I spend so much money as is, I gotta save a few bucks when I can. You know what I'm saying? Because that few bucks is like 2 comic books. You know what I'm saying? I get it $12 compared to 20. That's 2 comic books I get, and that goes to him anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I spent like $30 a week like some dudes, I'd have been like, here, take, you know what I'm saying, take the 20 for the book. But you know how it is, man. Like, we spend a lot, so it's like you gotta save it when you can, man. And it's not like, you know.
I mean, we're as it is, we're all going poor.
Exactly, man. I didn't get a stimulus, like, and I've been working through this shit with minimum fucking wage, bro. Like, maybe fucking 50 cents more than minimum wage. Like,
Well, luckily I'm married, so I get a small stimulus.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't get shit. I'm hoping they do something for the people that been working. I'm hoping they do something for the people working.
Yeah, no, we've. I'm worried just because in entertainment, you know, we're going to be those last people to come back, and my wife works in makeup in the industry, so we're going to be some of the last people to come back, and yeah. No, Unstoppable. I was actually talking about a different form of stimulus.
No, I'm not getting it Unstoppable unless they do, because like I've always worked under the table, and then my dad, I think, claimed me on his taxes. Hey, what's up, player? What's up, Bake? Yeah, so I think he probably claimed me last year because I've always just worked under the table until this job. Yeah, allegedly. But yeah, so so they need to just pay me for working through all this, like risking getting me and my whole family sick. Like, that's got to be worth something.
Yeah, I'm telling you what I tell a few other people. You know, you're working for the rest of us.
For real though, been working my ass off too, doing extra work too, because you gotta sanitize everything. Oh yeah, it's been stressful. And then on top of that shit with my grandpa, it's just been super stressful. But
I'm sure. I mean, I get it. Totally get it. I mean, it's especially right now. You know, it's as you get older. You know that there's normal things that you think about. You know, falling down. You know, whatever. You know what I mean. But if you add something that's like this, that gets pretty nervy.
Yeah.
No stimulus for street pharmacists.
I know, that's what I was reading too. So what? I look like a street pharmacist.
I'm like, wait.
No, that's called hard labor work, dog. I'd be making even more money if I was a street pharmacist, I'm sure.
Hey, Mad Mike. Yeah, I ended up checking out to see how much those Yellow Hulks were going for, and you're fucking right. Oh my God, those things are going for money.
Are they? I think I saw like 15 or something. I wish I could have got
maybe 15, maybe with like a $15 shipping, because I'm finding average sales of happening around 30 when you include shipping and on up. Yeah, same with the
what up, man, Mike?
The 1 in 110, you know, for the Clone Wars. They're doing the same thing. They're roughly doing about $30, 25, and then $5 for shipping, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they did with me is I received what they referred to as the max amount because of the amount of money that I make. And then what they've done is they've added, depending on the state that you live in, an added amount above that. Now, in the state that I live in, they gave us an extra $600 added into the amount that I qualify for, as far as what they refer to that. EDD is referred to as a Your amount, I forgot, but the amount that you get, qualified amount, I received. I can't remember the fucking technical term, but yeah. So that does help for those that receive it.
Hell yeah.
Definitely beats the alternative.
I hope they give me some shit. They should, and especially for since I've been working the fucking entire time through it.
Yeah,
I've been hitting them streets, as Unstoppable Cockblocker would say.
Hey, Unstoppable, you should have seen the look on the face when I actually put just Unstoppable. I didn't put the rest on the actual package. The guy looks at me like, Unstoppable? I started explaining, goes, no, really, I don't want to know. It was pretty fucking funny.
Damn, yeah. See, I heard I know my dude works at the bank inside of Walmart, and he told me that the workers are getting like 300 to 400 extra for working through this. And I'm like, I was like, they don't even work. Like during the day, they deal with customers, but I was like, at night, they're closed just stocking and they're making extra. They're not even around. I was like, all day and night, I'm around people and I'm not making shit. I was like, this is bullshit, bro. I was like, where's my 400 a week? Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, seriously, like I'm dealing with a couple hundred people a day, like when I do that shit. Like, it's messed up. But that would be fire if they did that big.
Yeah, I wish that was a statement for me. Overall, I don't. That's not the consensus from the individuals that I know,
dude. And that's another thing. Like,
but again, you're talking to an individual that, yeah, I qualify for the max amount. But and there's times when I work, there's I'm making $1,500 or more in a day, but I don't work like that every day. There's and when I do, I like to see half of these people like to try to hang out with me on a 27-hour day.
Right.
I'm telling you, after 13 hours, you're like, fuck this, because you haven't even gotten into show mode, let alone rehearsal.
Yeah, I don't understand too how people are like tripping about having to stay home while they're making more money than they do working. It's like you're sitting on your ass and making less money, but now they're like, oh, I just want to spend a hell of money and come to the fucking store and gas station and just spend money on lotto and shit.
Psychologically speaking, some people are so in routine of being able to go out that now that they're not in normal routine, they're finding excuses to go out. So one of the studies, it was shown that people were buying food that they didn't need, buying lottery tickets that they didn't need, and topping off gas that they're not going to use. Gas separates after 3 weeks. Unless you're putting Restore in there, your gas is separating and you're just screwing up your engine. There's so much things that people have been doing psychologically to try to give themselves excuses to go ahead and find reason to get out. That I don't know. I mean, I get it. This is some of the reasons why they've talked about there's such a small percentage of individuals that can go off in space for a little while. The average person that even considers that they want to be an astronaut wants to open that fucking door and say, "Let me out." You do realize you're in a vacuum in space, right? Yeah, get me the fuck out of this can. You can't do that.
Seriously.
But yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm freaking out. I know that all these benefits are going to run out pretty soon. That's what I was trying to remember. Benefits. All this stuff is going to go away. And like many people that I know, either I'm going to have to start pulling money out of the equity in my house or, figure something out. The cool thing is I got a perfect kidney. I got 2 kids. They got great kidneys. It's time to start slinging kidneys, man.
That's funny. Too funny. Hey, I think I'm gonna have to wrap this up though a few minutes early because I want to eat something before I do this stream. I don't know how long it's gonna go, but maybe we can go live after. But if you guys didn't know, we're gonna be on Bob's Comics tonight, and aka Everything's Comics. Me, Robbie, Hero and the Kid, Bueller. We're making our own Avengers team, so definitely don't miss it. It's gonna be 8 o'clock Eastern time. That's my time. So in like 25 minutes.
Right.
So it's like crazy, man. Fucking time just flew by. Fucking we were yapping for so long behind scenes. It felt so quick. But dude, I'm so glad we got to do this, man. We're definitely gonna have to do it again this week, no doubt, because before I get it, you know what I'm saying? Before I have to go back to work, we gotta stream at least 1 or 2 more times, dude. Like at least. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, tomorrow night at like Cocktails and Comics, I'll throw out the fucking mass invites to everyone. Once I throw it to you, invite everyone else. Just send out links to everyone. I don't give a shit who shows up. Shit. You know, more the better. You know me. Shit.
Yeah. I'm not down for that. Unstoppable. They best be paying you a lot of money for that. You gonna have a bag after that.
Well, actually, Unstoppable, I ended up calling up the sperm bank after 20 years, and I actually asked to see what my what kind of equity is built into my donation. So they didn't like that at all. So hey, really quick, yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do that whole comics and cocktails and comics thing. Try to get everyone together, and then Saturday's busy, man. You know, we got a Rodney Barnes of Philadelphia. Then after Rodney, we got a push for Christy Shin, and then after that, I have 3 shop owners that are coming over, and between them, they own 6 shops. To give us a kind of feel of what it's like to go ahead and reopen to the masses again.
Yeah.
It's just like fun.
I know. I'm like one of them haters. You know how it goes. You ain't made it on YouTube until you got one of them haters that's thumbing them videos down. I get one like every time, bro. I get one like every time. Always, man. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I was running. Maybe because they think I'm a street pharmacist. Maybe because I don't know. Unstoppable. You know I'm fucking around. You know you're my boy. I love his name, so I can't ever be mad at him. When I was yeah, I always get one. I mean, I don't know who the fuck it is. I don't know. Maybe I say something, but it's probably just because they hate on me or something. I really could give like 2 shits. That I've grown up with that shit my entire life. People always giving me shit, so I don't know. Yeah, I always wonder like who it is because I always get one. Like always get at least one. It's weird. But maybe I made somebody mad one day. Who fucking knows, bro?
Hey, and you think it's you. For all you know, someone came by, they saw me, and they're like, "Oh, fuck this guy." Boom.
Yeah, exactly. Seeing my tattoos or something, they're like, fuck.
Oh yeah, I was thinking it was me. So I don't know. Hey, dude, why don't you go get yourself some food, do your show so I can watch, and then see what happens later on.
Hell yeah, boss. I'll catch you guys soon.
The show. Ever since I heard this concept, it sounds great.
I know, dude. It's going to be fun as hell, dude. Make sure you guys don't miss it. We going live in 20 minutes. Make sure you are there. It's going to be fun as hell. This one's going to be a lot better than the last one because way more possibilities, like literally limitless possibilities for this one. I've been like debating all day. I've been like switching people in and out. I'm like, maybe this guy, maybe this guy. So we'll see, man. I probably won't even have it completely down until I say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those, man. So this is gonna be a fun one. But dude, thank you, Kevin, as always, for hanging out, man. You know you are one of my favorites as always to hang out with, bro. So I'm just glad we fucking finally got to hang out, man. I was feeling like the biggest flake for like 2 weeks, bro. I was so mad at myself about it. But
I get it.
All right, y'all. Thanks as always for hanging, and we will catch you guys later. Peace out. Let me see.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.